Okay, we're gonna roast a beaver. My wife was, being the nice, beautiful person she is, she took the time to prep all the vegetables for me while I was out cutting up the beaver, getting it ready to go into the roaster. Plus I got a couple of back straps that I'm gonna cook in my fry pan, and the rest of it I'm just gonna throw through the hamburger grinder and make some meatballs out of it. But for the roast, basically, I take the backbone, hindquarters, front legs, all cleaned up, ready to go. Then I take potatoes, carrots, celery, garlic, and some pearl onions. And I also have some parsnip and sweet potato. And alright, get some spices in there. Freshly ground celery seed. Oh yeah, I use a lot of celery seed. I love it. We got some oregano. Can't use enough oregano. We have some little bit of cumin. Cumin's a really good spice to use. You get a lot of flavor out of it. And that's a celery seed. As always, don't have to tell you what this is. Put the Old Bay to it. Absolutely. And I got some fresh cut basil and parsley. Fresh ground pepper, as always. And I don't know why. I use salt in absolutely everything. I never tend to grab it. But, get your pepper in there. Some sea salt. Gotta have salt. And throw in a little Worcestershire sauce. It's a really good flavor enhancer. You see, I'm very fussy about measuring things. And gotta have a stick of butter about anything that I cook. One last thing, it wouldn't be a wild game dinner without beer. Throw a good old PBR in there. And I'll add probably a pint or couple pints of water or whatever to whatever I need, and then I'm going to bake this covered for at 350 for about 3 hours roughly. Check it. It looks like a lot of vegetables, but as you know, vegetables just disappear in the pan. And check it. 3 hours is usually a good time to at least check it, and it's probably done by then. But by then, that meat will just be falling off the bones, and I'll be eating roasted beaver tonight. Here's the Kobe. I'm gonna have some beaver tonight, huh? Oh yeah. And convection bake 350. It's 12:30. By 3:30, I'll take it out, let it sit for an hour or so, half an hour, and be time for dinner. Okay, been in there about 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 45 minutes actually. And I think it's done by the smell. Oh yeah. Oh, that smells good. If you want to be on the safe side, with Beaver, you get a Beaver thermometer. It's very hard to find, by the way. Essentially, you want to put a meat thermometer in, and you want it at least 180 degrees, because that way you know. All right, I'm around 196, 197, 200. Okay, that's very well done. And you know, you might think, well, it's, you know, that's going to be overcooked. Well, I'll tell you, you don't want it undercooked, because you could certainly get sick. So, you know, cook it through, and like I say, stuff with meat thermometer. I get the hind quarter there, I stuck it right in the middle of the deepest part, and I'm up around 200, so I know this is cooked. So I'm going to let it sit. Let it sit for an hour or so and cool down, and then we'll have some roast beaver. Oh. Oh man, come home to a plate of roasted beaver and roasted vegetables. Absolutely. Oh man. Are you kidding me, dude? A little sweet potato, potatoes, onions. That right there, if you right, I've tried 6 times to do this, and I cannot do it without laughing. So you gotta bear with me. If you've never eaten beaver, you gotta give it a try. This is the most underestimated meat in the woods. Tender. I compare it to venison all the time because I have to. It just melts in your mouth. Those back legs, those haunches, unbelievable. Look at that meated joint right there. Now the back straps, I'll do a video with my back straps and red wine and all that. But this is kind of a, you know, if you're in a hurry like I was today, I quartered it up, threw in the joints, and roasted up some vegetables. I came home to a hot meal that's absolutely delicious. And I don't know, I encourage you to give it a shot. There's a bunch more recipes I'm going to do with it, but this is an easy one, and I want to thank Steve again, Steve Tot, hope that's how you pronounce your name. He said, oh, just throw in the roasting pan. So you know what, I haven't had roasted beaver in a couple of years. I'm going to do that. So thank you, Steve, for putting the seed in my head. Delicious, good idea. And I'm going to go on about finishing my dinner. And can't thank you enough for watching my videos. I'm going to do a skinning video soon, do some more beaver recipes. And that's the way it goes, you know. You ask and I will try and deliver. So have a good night.